Yo, what's good? It's Roller16 here, bringing you the review, the full in-depth review of the Roces M12 in white. These are the low versions. If you haven't checked out the unboxing video, the first impressions, you'll see, but I've been skating them for about a month, maybe a little over a month, about 8 to 10 sessions, and I'm probably gonna skate them today, as you can see right behind me. But I want to give you guys a full review. Whoever's thinking about buying them, whoever's interested in them. I know I was looking for reviews when I was about to purchase, so I hope this will help somebody out. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about is the boot, the actual boot, and the boot construction. This is made out of a better plastic than the Velo V13s. High durability, high flex. I got the colorway in white. They got different colorways, but these have been pretty sick so far. Durability has been excellent, as you can tell. Mainly been skating park, haven't skated much street, but I mean, they've been pretty good. Would have liked to wear in a better groove. So as far as the silhouette of the boot or the colorway options, I mean, this is a classic boot. They got different colorways out right now. Right now they got these, the white ones, which are probably on their way out. I'm sure you can find them somewhere, but limited sizing. So get the white ones as soon as you can if you want white skates. Overall, really happy. These are true white, not no off-white, not no ivory. These are true white. Also, they got the blue Joe Atkinsons, which are also on their way out or at the end of shelf life. They got the charcoal Nils Jansons. They got the sesames, with like a khaki color, the sesames. What else they got? They got the entry-level ones, which are even cheaper than these. I got these for $179 from Oak City Skate Shop. They got those for $149, the basic ones. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with those, especially if you're gonna swap out frames, but they do have a higher cuffs. These are the M12 Lows, so these have a lower cut on the cuff, and the highs are just, you know, your standard M12 with the high tops. All right, so going back to the boot material, the boots are solid boots, reinforced plastic. I mean, I have no complaints about them. As far as weight goes, I know weight matters to some people. I would say they're average, maybe a little bit lighter than average. I mean, I really don't, I mean, your legs are one of the most powerful parts of your body, so the weight really isn't gonna matter that much, unless you got like some bricks. But I didn't notice these much heavier than my UFS Thrones or anything else that I've skated previously. But they're nimble. I mean, they fit good. That's why the narrow boot design is good. But overall, a great boot, a great design, a great silhouette, great durability, but decent flex, but still supportive. So I mean, it really satisfies all those factors, and that's why the Roces M12 is really a classic skate. So boot, I give it a 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 on the boot. All right, so next I want to talk about the liners. I took an extra day to go ahead and skate the liners from the last time I recorded, and I mean, I've come to a final decision on them. The liners, they have excellent padding, they feel comfortable, they look comfortable, they form fit your foot right. I feel like I got the right size. However, there's just something about them. I kept getting blisters on the inside of my arches. So then what I did, or what I heard, is I put the insoles on the bottom of the boot, and I just skated them today all day for about 3 hours, almost non-stop, and no blisters. However, I did get foot fatigue, and that's something I've gotten throughout my period skating them. So pretty much with that, what I mean by that is, it almost feels like you're trying to grab something in between your toes, like a claw. And I mean, I don't know what it is. Right now I'm skating them again without the insoles inside the liners, but the insoles under the liners, in between the boot and the bottom of the liner. They're comfortable, they feel good on the feet, but they're just not for me. And I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna get a MyFit liner, or, I mean, I've even been looking at Intuitions. They're really pricey, but I don't know what to do about the liner. So I'm working with Long in regards to the liner. Again, they have tons of padding, really comfortable at first, but as you skate them, at least for me, I get foot fatigue, and I'm gonna skate them that way for now. That's really all I got right now. I could use some liners from some other skates, but I really dislike skating liners that aren't the ones made for the skate. I feel like they're made for the silhouette, but I'm gonna look into the MyFit second skin, and I'm gonna look into the Intuitions and see what I can do. Going back to the liners, I wanna talk about the shock absorption. I don't do any huge gaps. I don't do any huge staircases at this point in time. I'm still kind of getting warmed up. I've been intermittent skating here and there, but you know, I've jumped a couple small staircases, a couple small transitions, off a couple small ramps, and the shock absorptions is okay. I feel it in my feet. They're definitely not, you know, like Razors or USD type shock absorption quality, but it's decent. The shock absorption, if you look in my unboxing video, on the bottom of the insole, they have a small little shock absorber. And I mean, I guess it does the job. If you're doing huge gaps, double staircases or anything like that, you may want to get something additional for the bottoms of your feet, or else you might suffer from bruised heels. But so far, for the small gaps that I've done and the transitions that I've done, or jumping off a ledge after a grind, no issues. They've been decent enough for me. So that's pretty much all I got as far as shock absorption. But overall, for the liners, I'm gonna give them, on a scale from 1 to 10, I'm gonna give the liners a 7. And that's not bad. Again, I'm not trying to bash the liners or anything like that, but they just didn't work for me. Foot fatigue. I'm gonna keep skating them even after this review and see if I can get them to wear into my feet. But I mean, I'm like 12 sessions in and they still haven't broken in. So again, for the liners, 7 out of 10. Next, we're going to talk about the sole plates. So the sole plates on these, you can check them out here. Got the negatives, got the positives. Overall, the sole plate is good. It's the same as the Velo V13. Royale backslide plate is great. I mean, I was able to do my Royales no problem. Torques and Farfignugens, same things. Soles locked on great. The lock on was fantastic. I really felt good when I locked on, as long as you don't keel over too much, you know, you stay on top of the grind. I had no issues with the sole plates. They were really good. I guess they're smaller than average. As far as the slide speed of the sole plates, I'm gonna go ahead and say, I mean, these slide fantastic. These slide really good with the combination of the frames, the Roces frames and everything. Haven't had any issues. Slide is good. I'm sure there's faster out there. Maybe like once these wear out, maybe like some Featherlight frames or something like that might help. But I mean, as far as the sole plate, lock on is great, slide speed is great, balance is great, and I'll give the sole plates a 8 out of 10. Next, I want to talk about the wheels and bearings on these. So the wheels on these are 58 millimeters, 88A durometer or hardness. The wheels are excellent, good grip, not too much wear on them. I'm a pretty heavy guy. I weigh about 200 pounds on a good day. So no unusual wear patterns. Just the way I skate, you can kind of see they're a little off kilter, a little off center. I'll probably rotate them for next session, but the bearings roll smooth, super fast, no problems with the anti-rockers. I think they're made out of UHMW, if I'm not mistaken, or just some hard plastic, but no issues with the anti-rockers. Everything's been working good with the skate. Overall, for the wheels and bearings, I'm gonna go ahead and give them an 8 out of 10. These are solid for stock. Would have been nice to get a bullet profile, but again, these are kind of like the entry, not the entry level, but like the mid-level Roces M12s. The Nils Jansons and the Joe Atkinsons have a little bit better wheels, and they even come with the flat setup. I do like anti-rocker now though. These are my first anti-rocker skates, and I like these. I really don't see myself going back to flat after skating anti-rocker. As you can tell, I like grinding. Grinding is doing grinds, and being technical or trying to be technical is more my thing. I'm not big into huge gaps or skating bowls or anything like that right now. As my skill level progresses, maybe I'll go back to flat to get that extra speed, but these have been excellent. I have no issues with these. So again, 8 out of 10 on the wheels and bearings. All right, so next I want to talk about the axles and hardware on the skate. Everything's been top notch on the skate. I really like that the cuff bolts are non-replaceable. Gives me some peace of mind. For me personally, I don't see myself wanting to replace the cuffs or anything like that on this particular skate. So I'm pretty happy that you know, that's one less bolt to worry about. The axles, all the rest of the hardware, the UFS bolts, I think I've had to tighten the axles once, maybe, and that's only when the anti-rockers were spinning. I tightened them and now they don't spin anymore. Everything is good quality. Everything's either galvanized or powder coated. So, you know, no rust, no extra wear, oxidation, anything like that. Really like the hardware on them. Buckle system is excellent. Really satisfied with the buckle system on these. This is a genius setup and probably the best buckle system I've used to date. I mean, they're really good. So if you've skated the Velo V13s or have the Roces M12, you know what I'm talking about. Really good buckle system and hardware system on these. Overall for the hardware, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 10 out of 10. I mean, I've had absolutely no issues, and I've been able to skate these skates out the box with no issues, and I'm really satisfied with the skates and the hardware. So 10 out of 10 for the skates. The buckle system's fantastic. Cuff bolts, everything is great. I mean, no issues at all. So 10 out of 10 for the hardware. Overall, my opinion of the skate, it's a great skate. I'm gonna knock some points off due to the liners during the break-in period, and overall, even now that they're broken in, they're just still not the most comfortable, you know, but they do the job. They do the job just fine, and it might just be me, you know what I mean? So overall, I'm gonna give the skate an 8 out of 10. I'm sorry, a 7 out of 10. So I'll be bringing some more reviews in the future. I'm looking at some other skates, so as soon as they go on sale, I'll go ahead and pick them up. I appreciate you guys watching this review. Make sure you comment, subscribe, make sure you like. I'll be uploading more content. It won't just be skating content. I'm also have other hobbies, and you know, I'm gonna put them on my channel. But overall, the Roces M12 are a definite go. Thanks for watching. This is Roller 16. Peace.